So tonight we're going to carry on with our NSU Quickley build. It did take quite a while, and I was going to make it just one video, but it just wasn't looking likely that could be done because it's just so long. So I'm going to split this into about 3 or 4 parts, and you can watch the pieces as I put them up. The first one will be here now in a wee minute, and you'll see where I started off, and you'll see the bits of trouble I ran into and how I got on throughout the next 3 or 4 videos. So I hope you enjoy, guys. Good people of YouTube land, how are yous this evening? Can you guess what we're going to do tonight? Well, we have our gaskets. We have our brand new seals. We have the smaller seals, but I need to look up where all of these go because there's a lot of them I've never seen before, even when turning one of these engines down. So I'm going to have to figure out where all they go. I have new crank bearings. And I have these 2 new bearings here, which I already had bought. I had them for my SH50, the blue SH50. I was going to do the wheels on it, but I've decided now to let that bike go, and I'm not going to complete that bike. I'm going to sell it on. So that leaves me with these 2 bearings, and they're the perfect size and they're the correct code for this here. So I got lucky there. That was a 6201, I think the code is. Yeah, 6201. So I have them. I'm going to probably video everything when I'm putting this all together, because there's been a lot of people asking questions from other projects that I did that I didn't record everything on, and some people are actually missing me not doing that. So this time I'm going to do that. I'm going to set myself up a good light. By the way, my light that I was using has given up the ghost. So I'll just be on a battery operated light tonight, and hopefully it'll be enough for you. And I'm going to set my phone up somewhere around here. Try and get a good vantage point. And we'll try and record the whole thing for you. Of me putting the bearings in, seals, and getting it ready to go. I have also decided on what wheel I'm going to use and what set of coils, set of points and that. So I'm going to use these set of points, and I'm going to use this other wheel here. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to use that. And so what we're going to do is tonight we're going to get it all built back up again, head on, tightened down, and hopefully we get a bit of compression. And it won't be running tonight because I have ordered a special tool that is needed to set the timing, the spark timing on it. So there's a way of setting the spark timing. There's no markings on the casings on these. You have to do it by hand and make marks yourself and figure out where the center is and all of this stuff. So I need that tool to do it. So I'll be waiting a week or 2, maybe a week, on that tool to come. But tonight we'll get it to an almost ready to run condition. We'll get all of the electrics in. We'll get all of the bearings and all in. And we'll have a complete engine at least. And hopefully ready to run engine. So I'm going to go and get a bit of dinner here. Then I'm going to get set up. We'll start from there. Okay, so as you'll see, I've taken my casings apart. I have my head taken off, all that stuff. Now, this bag came with a lot of seals, but it didn't come with all of the seals that was needed. There's 2 seals to go into, let me see, where is it? Yeah. There's 2 seals to go into this piece. So you slide this piece out and there's 2 seals on it, and you replace them. They're like little O-rings. And I only had one of them supplied in this bag that fitted. The other one was the old one was quite squared off, so I changed one of them. I changed the outside one, and I left the other one in there because I had no choice, because I didn't have another one. Hopefully it'll be okay. So that was what I started with, and then on the same casing, again, we've got these two little screw caps. You'll see this is for emptying the oil out of it. This is for your oil fill level. So there's two little kind of cardboardy, gaskety kind of washers to go on them. I put them on, which weren't exactly a great size for it either compared to the originals. So I'm not impressed with them, that packet of seals. Right, so what I'm doing now is I've come to this right hand casing, and I'm removing the old oil seals. Now it's just a matter of getting in behind with a bit of a flathead screwdriver and knocking them out, but be very careful not to scrape anything or score anything, because that could hinder things later on. So you'll see that I have got these out now, these two, this one and this one. I've just put that back in so I know where every seal goes. I'm going to knock this one out now, and then I'm going to knock this bearing out, and we're going to heat it up and put in our new bearing, and then we're going to let it cool, and we're going to put in our new seals. So just give me a minute while I set up this camera so you can see it on my. Okay, so I hope that you can see okay what I'm at there. So as I said, I've this seal took out, this one took out, and now we're going to go and take the smallest one out. That's this one here. I don't know if you can see that where my finger is, but that's the one we're taking out. So look, I'm trying my best to record this for you, but I'm having issues with placing my camera and stuff. The shed's just a disaster. Right, so we're going to flip it upside down, and just before, if you have one, make sure you remove this piece before you try and do this, because you could lose it, and there's little tiny washers on it and a nice tiny pin, so you don't want to lose them. So pull it out first before you tip this upside down or anything to try and remove this. Yeah, so this one looks difficult. It's got like really tiny brass piece to it. I'm just going to have to try my best with it and just be very careful I don't do any damage to anything. Don't even know if my screwdrivers might drive it out. Now, where's my mallet? We'll try and drive that out. Might end up worse than better. Yeah, may need to heat this casing to get that one out. Don't want to damage anything. That's just not proving that simple to get out. Maybe the seal's just on the surface here. That's exactly what it is. That little brass piece is a brass bush. So there's my seal out now. Ready to put a new one in. So that's all three seals there removed out of that casing. This is the left hand casing. Just the bearing to remove now, and you can heat it up and put some new ones in. Maybe I'll heat it up to get these out, and maybe they'll just drop out. So yeah, I think that's probably what we'll do next. Where's my torch? Here's my torch. Right, so we're going to give this a bit of a heating up, and hopefully when we go to turn it upside down or whatever, it'll just fall out. With a bit of luck, that's the way things will go. You don't want to heat these too much though. Aluminium heats up pretty fast. Now I wonder if I'm lucky and I just turn this up, will they just fall out? Let's give it a shot. Yeah, that part's still cold, which is good. I'm just going to give it a tap on the ground here. See if we can't get them to fall out. Nah, we're not being that lucky. I might just tap out anyway once heated up a bit. Let's try it. Not moving. Maybe it needs more heat. Yeah, I don't think it's hot enough yet. Let's go again. Let's try that. See if we can't just top it out. Well, they ain't just gonna fall out anyway. Tap it with this screwdriver, just the bearing. Yeah, that's it, out. That's one of them out. I'll turn this around, see if we can get the other one out. See will it just lift out, maybe, if I'm lucky. I think it is moving just a little bit there. I mean, the casing is quite warm, it should move. I mean, if you heat it up enough, they should just like almost drop out. This is not doing that. I'm going to have to heat that a little bit more there. Let's give that a shot now. See if we can't just pull it out. Yes. Just not wanting to move that easily. Definitely not wanting to move. Where's that hot? It's warm up here. I can handle it. Definitely not wanting to come out too easily. Stronger screwdriver maybe. That's not much addition. We'll try more heat. try again. Look at guys, I'm gonna have to switch this off until I do get it out, but that's the way you would do it. You heat it up enough that it lets go. So I'm just gonna work this could take a while. Well, it was just a matter of tipping it upside down and tapping it on the floor, and there you go, it's out. Along with the other one, the crank bearing. They're still quite hot, so I'm not going to try and lift them. And while it's hot, I'm going to try and put in the new ones, so wish me luck with that. First of all, I'm going to start with the crank bearing. I'll just set you up here so you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. That looks good. Right, bearing number 1 going in. I need to pull the seals out of that because the other bearings are open. There's one gone. There's the other gone. Just make sure it's exactly the same size. Pretty much. And I'll put that one in. Now it's just lightly tap it in. Hopefully I'll not have to do too much hammering. Oh, that's very hot. Yeah, I'll just leave it there. I don't even have a flat surface I can work on. It's just terrible, this shed. Really is horrible to have to work like this. Just wish I had a bigger shed. Oh, I dropped yous now. Sorry. I just wish I had a bigger shed, but it's not possible. You just have to work with what you have. And mine's pretty damn small. It just makes everything a hassle. That's still quite tight going into that. Yeah, that's it now, it's going down now. By the way, I know it sounds like I'm really wheeling on this, but I'm not. I'm only literally tapping it, making sure I get it in straight. I think that's it, more or less, drive home, as far as I can see. Yeah, that's good. That's the first one in. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is we'll put in the crank while it's hot, I suppose, as well. I think they're both the same, 6202, 6202, both the same. Yeah, that's much better. Might just stick a little bit of oil in there, help me along a little bit. And on the bearing itself. Yeah. Yeah, so try and just whack that in a little bit. That's it, drive home. Have to be careful when you're doing this because I don't know if I can show you because it's damn hot, but you'll see that there's a little hole in at the top here, and that's to let oil in. So you have to make sure you don't push the bearing too far so that the oil actually gets where it needs to go. So just bear that in mind if you're ever doing one of these. I am looking at that and I can see a gap, so that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I think I've done that right. Yeah, that's the bearings in that one. Guess I could tap my seals in now while it's warm. It's not boiling enough to destroy a seal, so we'll tap our seals into this side and that'll be this side done. Maybe I was wrong, but the heat is a wee bit hot. Still a bit hot, yeah. Maybe I'll just leave that for a minute or two to cool down and we'll do another one. I'll leave this to cool down on the floor here.